தமிழக சட்டப்பேரவை தேர்தல் ஏற்பாடுகள் குறித்து தலைமை தேர்தல் ஆணையர் நசீம் ஜைதி சென்னையில் 2 நாட்களாக ஆய்வு செய்தார். அதன் தொடர்ச்சியாக சென்னை கிண்டியில் உள்ள தனியார் நட்சத்திர விடுதியில் செய்தியாளர்களை சந்தித்து வருகிறார். அதன் நேரலையை பார்க்கலாம்.
Political parties have showed apprehension that money power will be used in Tamil Nadu in a big way, and they have demanded that this money power must be contained and remedial measures should be taken to stop distribution of cash and freebies in the state. They have also demanded that Central Police Force should also be deployed along with the flying squads for expenditure management. They were also demanding that this state requires a very strong ethical awareness camp and to spread the message that giving money, taker as well as the giver both are liable for criminal action, and this should be the important aspect of the sweep campaign or the ethical awareness campaign. This was the focus of their inputs. On model code of conduct implementation, they have demanded that permissions for political activities should be issued within 24 hours. In fact, even earlier. They have also demanded that certain TV channels are engaging in personal character assassination and casting certain personal aspersions on political leaders of rival parties, and the commission should take note of it. They have also demanded that the polling personnel and our election machinery must respond to their complaints in a time-bound manner, and they must remain aware of the status of their complaints. Some political parties have also demanded equal opportunities on state cable operations, and they have on top of it demanded and expected total impartiality and neutrality from state election machinery. On the law and order front, the parties have demanded that vulnerable polling stations should be identified and effective action should be taken against intimidators. In fact, some of the political parties demanded that if need be, separate polling stations for the weaker section of the society should be set up, and Central Police Force should be deployed at such places so that people belonging to weaker sections are able to cast their votes. They have demanded CCTV coverage at such sensitive booths. Then coming on the electoral roll related issues, political parties did not raise any serious issue on the electoral roll. They have demanded that pending electoral photo I-cards and the applications of the new voters, new applicants must be disposed of well in time, and because the last date of new enrollment is 19th April. They have also demanded that photo voter slip should not be treated as the ID, as the identification document. Now on poll related day arrangements, they have demanded that there should be holiday, and all private sector, public sector employees and staff must be granted public holiday so that they are able to cast their votes. Those who do not observe the public holiday notification under the law should be subjected to appropriate action. 16th May being the peak of summer, they have demanded that there should be appropriate facilities available at the polling station, particularly drinking water, medical facilities, washrooms and shades. They have also brought to our attention certain instances where they apprehend that postal ballot systems might be subjected to certain malpractices. These were some of the suggestions given by political parties. We have heard them, and we have assured them that under all conditions, the effective mechanism of the Commission will ensure that the election is held in a fair and free manner. Now, first of all, the Commission would like to share through the media on our strategy on mitigation of use of money power in elections. As we just mentioned that the main concern of political parties, and as we also know, in this state is the distribution of money, and there is a need for effective steps to minimize this menace. And therefore, the Commission in past couple of days has carried out extensive deliberations with enforcement agencies at the national level, enforcement agencies in the state, and therefore has brought in some new additional measures to deal with the issue of abuse of money. Our strategy in the state will have two main components. One would be the strengthening of enforcement mechanism, and the second one would be to intensify the ethical voting awareness. First of all, the Commission would like to share with you the enforcement strengthening. Number one, the Commission would like to increase the number of expenditure observers from the present strength of 32 to several folds. Action is already underway, and this would be unprecedented. In consultation with the National Police Academy, we are also deploying probationer IPS officers in the last week of the electioneering for operationalization of flying squads in effective manner. We will also deploy certain number of police officers and certain number of expenditure observers prior to the date of notification. From the first week of May, we will also deploy one central government employee as a part of the flying squad to impart a strong element of neutrality. On the arrival of central paramilitary forces, they will also be made part of the flying squads. Therefore, the flying squads in the first week of May will have one central government employee, some state employee, and central paramilitary forces. The Income Tax Department has strengthened its strength of personnel, and the number is quite sufficient. As a matter of fact, the state has now more than 700 income tax people, and all the assistant commissioners have been given special authorization to act as deputy director investigation for the purposes of election period. They are now fully operational in past 1 or 2 days, and they will be working upon development of actionable intelligence so that these specially authorized staff take follow-up action for detection of money and action against people. This time, Income Tax has also agreed for real-time verification of the affidavits filed, and they will tally it with the income tax returns of those candidates. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence has also agreed to guard all our international borders, whether ports, seaports, and airports are already suitably covered. On the second component of awareness campaign, because both giver and takers have to be sensitized about this aspect, and therefore the focus of the education program would be ethical voting, and penal provisions will be highlighted in our sweep program, and the point will be driven down that giving and accepting bribe is an offense. Both are equally liable. The campaign will also rope in celebrities with the slogan that "My vote is not for sale." The campaign will be promoted in media, outdoor, indoor, cinema halls, video vans, and social media. One interesting aspect of this awareness campaign would be that a large number of people will be encouraged to take pledge against taking money for voting. And we have also made a very strong component this time that our district election officers, they will invite political parties and candidates from across the states. They will be encouraged, they will be asked to participate, to take pledge that they will not distribute money to voters for their inducement. So this will be the part of our new strategy. And as a third component of our efforts to minimize the use of money in the state, the mechanism of paid news media monitoring committee is being strengthened. Several cases have been brought to our knowledge, and it is also being directed that some of the channels who will be engaged in publicity of candidates, they will be asked, they will be informed that such undue publicity of candidates on their channels, the expenditure incurred on such expenditure is likely to be added to the candidate's expenditure. This will also be conveyed by our chief electoral officers to such state channels. They will be asked to cooperate that in these channels their publicity should be confined to party propaganda, and if candidates undue publicity is covered, then part of that expenditure will be added to the candidate's expenditure. If they don't cooperate with authorities here, we have already mentioned to you the addition of the expenses on the candidates. So this time there would be a revised strategy. Now coming to the law and order issue, we have reviewed with all the district authorities. This time adequate number of central paramilitary forces will arrive in the state for area domination, route marches, confidence building measures, and surveillance of vulnerable locations. The state will have coverage of more than 30,000 polling stations by webcasting. Over 2,000 election-related violation cases have been registered in the state. The state has done good work that very high number of arms have been deposited with the authorities. To give you exact number, over 19,000 out of 22,000 have been deposited with the state authorities. The state at the macro level has also done good work in the execution of non-bailable warrants. Around 8,000 non-bailable warrants have been executed. We have reviewed with district authorities. Wherever we have found deficiencies, we have directed SPs, DIGs and IGs to ensure that the pending non-bailable warrant must be executed. We have in particular asked DMs and SPs to ensure that all the intimidators of the voters of weaker sections must be subjected to effective preventive action. Wherever we have found gaps and deficiencies, DMs and SPs have been asked to immediately step up preventive actions. And all the DMs and SPs have been given the personal responsibility that throughout the state on the polling day, not a single case of a voter who has been prevented from casting vote should occur. It would be their personal responsibility, particularly those belonging to weaker section of the societies, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. Now coming on the fact of sharing some data with you with regard to expenditure enforcement action that has already taken place in the state. We are thinking of increasing the number of flying squads. At present, there are over 700 flying squads. Their numbers would be increased so that their coverage is effective. There are over 700 static surveillance teams and more than 350 checkposts are operationalized. There has been a good amount of seizure so far. The data is shared here in the press note. Even when their licenses have been expired, we have asked our district authorities, we have asked the excise commissioner, we have asked the principal secretary, home and chief secretary that they will undertake a special drive and all such bars which are operating without licensed, without a renewed license or without a valid license will be subjected to legal action, including closure of shops. And we have also directed them that these bars will not be misused for any undesirable activities, including political activities. Huh? Well, that information is available with our enforcement agencies, but I am sorry that we cannot share the follow-up action on that.
So the RBI Governor, Mr. Raghuram Rajan, has said that he estimates around 50,000 crore of money that is pumped in because of elections. What kind of a crackdown mechanism you are contemplating? And does it also mean that in that sense it's a failure on your watch system?
Well, we have read this information in the newspaper. We have also read another information in the newspaper today, another statement issued by the chairman of SBI regarding availability of surplus cash in the system. Just 1 minute. The contents of the statement made by these two authorities is well known. I don't have to repeat here. However, in view of the statement made by the RBI governor and another statement made by the SBI chairperson, the commission has already taken up with the RBI. We are writing a letter to RBI and we are going to engage with the Reserve Bank of India. We are requesting them to provide us input so that we can consider, examine and take appropriate action. This news has just come out in the newspaper day before yesterday, and therefore it would be too early on the part of any person to draw any other conclusion.
Sir, you said told that there are a lot of booths, there are a lot of sensitive booths in Tamil Nadu which are not taken into account. So they want to reconsider it easy to take action regarding this.
You are right, they have drawn our attention that assessment of vulnerable localities, assessment of polling station requires a review. Based on that input, we have also asked the state authorities, Director General of Police and directly to the district magistrates and Superintendent of Police to review the identification of vulnerable locations and bring it to the knowledge of the higher authorities so that such vulnerable locations are covered by central paramilitary forces. And we have made it very clear that